Our lungs are incredible organs that plays a vital role in our respiratory system, ensuring that our bodies receive the oxygen they need to function properly. To maintain optimal lung health, it is crucial to not only focus on the foods that promote lung health but also to be aware of those that may harm our lungs. In this comprehensive guide, we will discuss the foods to avoid in order to protect and support your lung function. But before we continue, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Number 1. Processed and fried foods. Processed foods are often high in trans fat, which have been linked to an increased risk of lung disease. Trans fat can cause inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which can damage lung tissue and lead to respiratory problems. Additionally, fried foods are typically cooked in unhealthy oils that can release harmful compounds when heated, further contributing to lung damage. To protect your lungs, limit your intake of processed and fried foods. Number 2. Sugary beverages. Sugary beverages such as sodas, fruit juices, and energy drinks are loaded with refined sugars and artificial sweeteners. Consuming excessive sugar has been associated with obesity and metabolic issues, which can affect lung function. High sugar intake may also promote inflammation and contribute to respiratory problems. Opt for water, herbal tea, or unsweetened beverages to support your lung health. Number 3. Excessive salt. A diet high in sodium can lead to hypertension or high blood pressure, which is a risk factor for lung disease like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease or COPD. Excessive salt intake can also cause fluid retention and inflammation in the airways, making it harder to breathe. To protect your lungs, try to reduce your salt intake and avoid processed foods with high sodium content. Number 4. Red and processed meats. Red meats like beef and pork, as well as processed meats like sausages and bacon, can be harmful to your lungs when consumed in excess. These meats contain high levels of saturated fats, which can lead to inflammation and oxidative stress. Furthermore, processed meats often contain harmful preservatives and additives that can negatively impact respiratory health. Instead, choose lean proteins like poultry, fish, and plant-based alternatives. Number 5. Dairy products. Dairy products, particularly full-fat versions, can contribute to lung issues in some individuals. Dairy consumption has been linked to increased mucus production, which can lead to coughing and breathing difficulties, especially for those with lactose intolerance or dairy allergies. If you notice that dairy exacerbates your respiratory symptoms, consider switching to dairy-free alternatives like almond or soy milk. Number 6. Alcohol. Excessive alcohol consumption can harm the lungs in several ways. Alcohol can weaken the immune system, making you more susceptible to respiratory infections. It can also depress the respiratory center in the brain, leading to slower and shallower breathing. Chronic alcohol abuse is associated with a higher risk of lung infections and conditions such as pneumonia and acute respiratory distress syndromes or ARDS. To protect your lungs, consume alcohol in moderation if at all. Number 7. High glycemic index carbohydrates. Foods with high glycemic index or GI can lead to spike in blood sugar levels, causing inflammation and oxidative stress in the body. These effects can negatively impact lung health and are associated with a higher risk of respiratory conditions. Avoid foods like white bread, sugary cereals, and pastries, and choose complex carbohydrates with a lower GI such as whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. Number 8. Artificial additives and preservatives. Processed foods have become an integral part of our modern diet, offering convenience and extended shelf life, but they often come at the cost of our lung health. These culinary conveniences frequently contain a medley of artificial additives and preservatives that may seem harmless, yet they can have a detrimental impact on your respiratory well-being. These synthetic substances, cunningly introduced into food supply to enhance flavor or extend the product's shelf life, have been flagged in numerous studies as potential culprits behind a spectrum of lung-related issues. From irritating inflammation to pesky allergies and even more severe respiratory problems, these additives and preservatives can lead to an array of discomforts and health concerns. Number 9. Caffeine and energy drinks. While moderate caffeine consumption can have some benefits, excessive intake of caffeine or energy drinks can lead to increased heart rate and overstimulation of the central nervous system. This can exacerbate anxiety and breathing difficulties in individuals with pre-existing lung condition like asthma. If you have lung issues, it's essential to monitor your caffeine intake and avoid overconsumption. Number 10. Spicy and acidic foods. Indulging in a fiery kick of spicy dishes or savoring the tangy delight of citrus fruits can be a culinary adventure for the taste buds, but it's important to be aware of the potential consequences for your digestive and respiratory well-being. The consumption of spicy foods and acidic fruits can, in some cases, act as a trigger for a condition known as acid reflux, and this, in turn, can lead to discomforting issues like heartburn and regurgitation. The acidic nature of this regurgitated stomach content can irritate the airways, which, in turn, might manifest as persistent coughing and general sense of discomfort. Number 11. Allergenic foods. Tree nuts, shellfish, and eggs have the capacity to trigger allergy reactions that extend beyond just digestive comfort. These reactions can manifest as respiratory symptoms, including the troubling sensation of wheezing and shortness of breath. Food allergies are your body's immune system misidentifying specific proteins in these foods as threats, leading to an array of adverse reactions. When it comes to respiratory symptoms, these can range from mild to severe, potentially posing a significant threat to your health and well-being. Wheezing and shortness of breath are among the more pronounced and concerning respiratory manifestations of food allergies, underscoring the importance of recognizing and managing these conditions. If you've been diagnosed with food allergies, managing your dietary choices takes on a heightened level of importance. Avoiding allergenic foods is not merely a matter of preference. It's a critical step in safeguarding your health. Additionally, if your healthcare provider has prescribed a phenylephrine injector, it's imperative to carry it with you all the time. This device can be a lifesaver in the event of severe allergic reaction, offering a quick means of counteracting the body's response and potentially preventing a life-threatening situation. Number 12. Sulfur-rich foods. Sulfur-containing foods like garlic, onions, and cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, can cause flatulence in some individuals. While flatulence is not harmful, it can lead to discomfort and bloating, making breathing more challenging for those with certain lung conditions. If you find these foods problematic, consider reducing your consumption or cooking them to reduce their sulfur content. Number 13. High-fat and heavy meals. Consuming large, high-fat meals can lead to feelings of fullness and discomfort, which may affect your ability to take deep breaths. Overeating can pressure on the diaphragm and make it harder to breathe. To support your lung health, aim for smaller, well-balanced meals throughout the day. Number 14. Cold and icy foods. Ice-cold foods and beverages can sometimes cause bronchospasms, a sudden constrictions of the airways in individuals with sensitive airways such as those with asthma. While this is not common, it's advisable to consume cold foods and drinks in moderation if you notice they trigger respiratory symptoms. Lastly, number 15, high-sodium foods. In addition to high-sodium processed foods, it's essential to be mindful of other high-sodium items such as canned soups, pickles, and soy sauce. Excessive sodium intake can lead to fluid retention and high blood pressure, both of which can negatively affect your lung health. Maintaining healthy lungs is crucial for your overall well-being, and your diet plays a significant role in achieving and preserving optimal respiratory health. By avoiding foods that can harm your lungs, such as processed and fried foods, sugary beverages, and high-sodium items, you can reduce the risk of respiratory issues and support your lung function. Opting for a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains will help you protect your lungs and breathe easier. Remember that individual reactions to foods can vary, so it's important to listen to your body and make dietary choices that support your unique needs and health goals. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.